Hey guys, Joe here. Uh, Back in the mountains, finally. Uh, Literally, I'm pretty much at the scene of the crime, so to speak, the accident that wrecked my knee. Uh, it's gotten my knee's gotten a hell of a lot better, but it's still not at 100%. I'm still wearing a brace, especially for out here. But I'm not going to talk about that, per se. You've already heard enough of that. So, what I'm going to talk about is the psychological aspects of survival and emergencies type of thing. It's a really funny phenomenon. Uh, it's like when you do survival for a while, whatnot. It's strange things happen to your psyche. Uh, like a good example of people starting out type of thing is you go out to an area and you have an injury or a close call, brushed with death. Rocks nearly hitting you, a tree nearly falling on you, hurting your knee. You get into almost like a mindset of wanting to avoid that area. It's almost like a magical thinking of, if I go there again, I'm going to get hurt again. And there's nothing wrong with it. That's actually perfectly normal to have that type of reaction, that type of thoughts. It's a survival, self-preservation. But it could become a hindrance. You got to face your fears and place that you nearly got hurt. Doesn't mean to be stupid and just barge in there and go, yeah, I'm gonna go in there and conquer, and nature's gonna go, the hell you will. But with this is I'm facing the area that I hurt my knee where it torqued. I'm gonna go down that damn slope carefully. As I said, I have a brace, walking stick. Even if I have to slide on my tuchus just to get down, I'm getting down. I have to face this. Had that. Yes, I did have that little feeling of, oh my God, if I go there again, I'm gonna get hurt. It's like I hate that feeling. I hate having fear control me. It's nothing wrong with being afraid, nothing at all. But there's two factors you could do. One is you could let it control you, or you control it. Because with fear, uncertainty, it heightens your awareness. It heightens your observation of things. It makes you cautious. It makes you look a bit more careful. Because fear is a natural thing. It basically is it helps you focus on the task at hand to get out of that situation. Uh, like there's like an acronym of fear of forget everything and run, or forget everything and rise. And I'm going to be doing that. I have to face this. It's just not just to show that you have to face the area that back term scared me, because it scared me. It really could concern me that I was like going to be permanently hurt and not be able to do this again. That was the fear. So let's go to that area. Here we go. It's funny. I'm not going to deny. It's like the body's memory of this area is really interesting, because right now it's like, I feel my stomach, tightening up, my heart rate speeding up a bit. Who knows? I might just freaking fall again. Wouldn't that be entertaining? So, there it is. That area right there. So, yeah, that was kind of stupid of me trying to get down there. The pack was probably, too heavy for the situation. I overextend myself, so to speak. And, sometimes nature comes around and slaps you and says, what are you doing? Get away from, don't do that. Right here. Right. Came down from there and stepped right in there, and that's where my knee went crack, crack, pop. Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. Well, it's funny, it's like, doesn't seem like much, but it's like, you know, you step wrong and you get taken down. I think what happened to the toe of my boot got caught, you know, on the rocks for a brief moment. I stepped wrong and put all the weight on there. Yeah. Gotta love the body's memory of the body, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Throat's dry, mouth's dry. So, but yeah, I mean, this is how you face fear. You just do it. Face it, but don't be stupid. Yeah! Damn! Woo! Flat ground, finally. Holy jeez. And that's the way you do it. That's what you do. You face your fear like that. As I said, don't be stupid and just barge and, you know, be all puffed up, aggressive, and that type of thing. Because out here, it's a good way to get yourself handed to you. Yeah. Now, to go to the area that I'm supposed to have used. So, let's head on over there. Alright. That's the area I should have gone down. May not look like much, but it's a lot more easier to go down compared to where I just came down. So yeah, guy took his handed to me. So, but I showed that I could face the area that hurt me. So that's the way you do it. So let's head on back to the main area, and I want to show you guys what I have planned on. Hey guys, just on my way into my area, I came across something really interesting. A bear track. Well, nothing like that to make you go into hyper awareness. It's probably about a few days old, possibly a week. Yeah. Wow. Here's my hand. Let's see here. Yeah, I'd say a week old. But still, holy moly. I mean, I came across it looked like something like bear scat. I'm like, what the heck is that? That's a weird looking coyote scat. And sure enough, I came across this. It's like, nope, that was a bear scat. So, yeah. So yeah, and also sign of feral donkeys and their dung. So it's going to be interesting if they're around. So, well, let's head on. Hey guys, you know, like in an area like this, in the mountains, the Sierras, for example, you can actually find some really good shelters. For example, juniper trees, for example. You find a nice large one, their limbs sometimes go like this and create sort of like an enclosed area. Same thing happens, like, you know, with firs, for example, in the north. What I like about juniper, when I went on that survival trek with David Holiday, is when you lay on the duff of juniper, it actually is very comfortable and warm. It's also hydrophobic. So like if it's a rain, you lay on top of it, it won't be that wet. So, yeah, you know, look around here and you can actually find some good places. Like this one right here, for example, I found a nice little room that I could actually use. So, let me show you the area. Okay. In the valley here, there's a nice area of junipers. Here's the one I'm talking about. Look at the size of this one right here. So let's go inside it and let me show you. All right, I'm underneath here. It's quite roomy. Found a nice area that I could probably bed down. I'm probably gonna have to build up where the camera is up a bit more to level it out, so that way it won't go sliding down into the press of the branches. But let me show you how it looks in here. Okay, here's the entrance where I entered. The only drawback is it's facing north. There is an entrance there to the east right there, but you have to really belly crawl through all this. But look at this. This definitely will protect with radiation. You know, not radiation per se, but you know, of radiating heat from my body, of one of the heat loss mechanisms. But as you can see, nice layer of duff. As I said right here, it settles down a bit. But you know, that could be easily fixed with a couple of logs here. So, I mean, yeah. This is nice and comfortable. Slight breeze gets through, of course, but I'm liking it. Yeah, I think I'm going to do one of my camp out solo nighters here in the near future. So, yeah. One of the primitive, ready to make go shelters. So, all right, I'm going to brew up some tea and have a little conversation with you guys. All right, you know, before I get started on this tea here, I want to point out to these mountains right here, the part of the Sierras right here. Zoom in, here we go. Not a lot of snow. It's going to be another bad year again, looks like. If you remember last year, me showing you how bad the smoke was, and talked to a forest fighter. He says that we're going to be hurting this year again. So yeah. Anyways, there we go. This is going to be an interesting summer again, that's for certain. So, might be not left much to burn after this. So, let's get on with that tea. Well, if this doesn't work, then I get the magnifying lens. Alright guys, so I'm sure you've seen the coffee can pot I've had before. Found something better. So, you know, Ron used to use the 1 pound coffee can. Near impossible to find without paying a hefty penny for it. So what I did is I found got myself a 48 ounce can of juice. After I drank the juice, took the label off and put some holes in it for the baling wire. Whew, that fire's getting hot. But here we have is definitely a large pot to cook in. I'm not going to use the whole thing to fill it up. I'll be sloshing on the way back. So, but yeah, this is going to be part of my kit. Now, I still use the other coffee can pot, but this will hold a lot more water, more than a quart. So, I thought I'd just show you guys. I know I brought my little thing of tea here, but today I'm going to use a handful of pine here. This is a pinyon pine. Some pine you can boil. Pinyon pine you don't. You do that and you're going to get turpentine tasting pine needle tea. So, fire's nice and hot. Was it ever? More than enough. So what I'm going to do is just take this and set it to a boil, and then take it off, throw the camera onto the ground if I kick it again. But gonna let this heat up. Have to remind myself, do not grab the baling wire when it's done, because that'll hurt. Good safety tip. So let's set this off to boil. I'm sure you could hear the wind in the background. It's supposed to get windy today, but the way I position this fire is in between two groves of juniper, so it's breaking the wind for the most part, so that don't have to worry too much. Still, bears watching. And there we go. We have a nice little boil. Zoom in on here. There we go. Oh no! Dang it! Woo! Son of a gun. Well, water's ready. Dang it! Okay. There we go. And a little bit of pocket lint won't hurt. And let this tea steep for a while. And let the gift burn down. Alright guys, I'm letting this cool down a bit, and for this to burn out. First and foremost, if you haven't known, that Alone 8 is coming up. And believe it or not, one of the people that was on Alone the Beast, not on my team, is on Alone 8. It's Nathan Weber. Good job, man. I'm glad you got it. Not going to deny I'm a little bit jealous, but hey, maybe next time. But I have 3 that I'm going to be rooting for. One, of course, is Nate. Have to root for him. The other is Teresa Kempar. Known her from at Rabbit Stick. First time you see her, you never would have believed that she has a doctorate's degree. You know, the first time I saw her, she was like, you know, this cave woman outfit, like, you know, buckskins, and she has tattoos. Never would have known that she was a doctor, but I'm rooting for Teresa. And lastly is Matt. I'm going to root for him for other reasons, but that's just it. But anyways, just also give you guys a little update here. If you remember last year how my job kind of screwed me over going out to the golden trout and everything. Well, this year it's been approved. I got my leave. So I'm going to be heading out to the golden trout wilderness, horse packed in. The price has gone up $400. Ouch. But I'll be going out in June. I was advised to bring bug repellent. Even though the snowpack this year is very, very lean, dangerous, scary lean, mosquitoes are still going to be out and they'll probably try to carry me away. But yeah, I'll be doing the trek. Finally, I'll be able to do that trek that I've been meaning to do. I'm going to change some things up in a way. It's going to be kind of, bushcraft and survival. I remember Ron Hood talking about that area that the High Plains Shoshone used to use that area, and they used to have different camps in that area and used rock formations for some of their shelters. So while I set up my base camp, I'm going to look for those areas and see if I can find one. That'd be kind of awesome. Let's see here. What else? Well, soon, in the very near future, I'm going to be showing you the PVC frame with the Alice pack put together and utilized. I'm going to be using my blanket, which at the same also is changing out the blanket that I was going to use last time. I'm sure you remember, me talking about getting into bushcraft, how expensive wool blankets were. Well, somebody referred me to a blanket on Amazon, queen size. I was kind of leery about it. It's not 100% wool, 80% and 20% other. However, it was $50. So I ordered it. And as soon as I got it, I looked at it and I'm impressed. I'm quite impressed by it. I did the breath test, blowing through. Most cheapy wool blankets, even some wool blankets, if it's not tightly woven, air passes through. It's like a t-shirt. You just go, goes right through. This was difficult to get air through, so I'm going to give this a try. In fact, I'll be using it in this juniper right here. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Alone's coming up. I'm rooting for 3 of them. Might root for more. But anyways, would I ever give it Alone a try fast? Absolutely. So, there you have it. I think on the way back, see if I come across that bear scat where I found the tracks and show it and let you guys decide. So. Hot, but not too hot. Oof. Dang it. More to come later. Oh, that's more tea than I could do right now. Bloated, but well hydrated. Anyways, I'm going to use the remainder of this tea to put the fire out. Why am I drinking? I'm full. Because it tastes good. Damn. And this is why I carry
extra water. Totally kill the fire. Especially coming to fire season right now. It's already beginning. But, yep. Ground fire. There you have it. One dead fire. Well, here it is, the bear scat, I believe. There's the tracks. Wow. Somewhat close to my area. And those trees right about over there. Or maybe looking around 200-300 yards away from my normal camp. Probably about a quarter mile from where I had the tea and everything. So, yep, I believe this is bear scat. I couldn't believe it at first. Now I know. Here you go, nice close look for you all. Alrighty. Well guys, there you have it. Faced the area that I hurt myself pretty good. But it just goes to show you, sometimes you have to face your fear, your uncertainties, and dare I say, even trauma. Though there are times, sometimes, doing that is not the best idea. But, for like places like this type of thing, is sometimes you need to face your fear, you need to face your trauma, and overcome it. That's part of survival, that's part of bushcraft, living out here type of thing. And you know, you are going to get hurt, you are going to have some very close calls, but when it comes down to it, you have to step up, face it, take it on chin, and just spit and go, is that the best you got? That's my attitude of facing fear. It's not that I hate being afraid. Fear can be, as I said, a tool. But it becomes toxic if you let it control you. If you let it control your emotions. Because in survival, you cannot be emotional. You have to be cold and calculated. You have to put the emotions off to the side. It's going to be hard as hell. But you need to do that in order to get the task done. Whether it be making fire, finding shelter, making shelter, you can't let fear control you. Use it to motivate you. Don't let your emotions get in control either. Because fear and emotions, that's a toxic relationship if there ever was one. So, anyways, there you have it. Hit like if you haven't, and if you like it, hit like as I said. And if you haven't already, subscribe. I'll be making some more videos later on. And the big one, gold trout soon. Catch y'all later.